As leaders, we often take for granted how important it is that we actually connect with people when we're communicating with them. Whether it is we're having a one-on-one conversation with a teammate or an employee, or we speaking to an entire team with maybe 10 persons, or we speaking to the entire company, however many persons that is, it's really important that we connect with them. Sometimes when people we speaking to don't seem to be into what we're saying, they seem to be have their eyes glossed over, and they're not really in tune, yeah, that's when the message falls flat, and it's likely that we are not connecting with them. I'm Jason, I'm the leadership guy, and I'm here to help you become a better leader. Earlier today, I had a conversation with some fellow leaders, and we were chatting about the importance of communication and, in particular, connecting with people, and the fact that we often don't pay a lot of attention to it. We sometimes think that as leaders, this is what I'm telling you. I'm giving you this bit of information, and that's it. But communication is about a whole lot more than that. I've learned over the years that all leaders need to be good communicators. All of us need to be good communicators. Clearly, some of us are naturally better at doing this than other of us, but all of us need to be better at communicating. I've learned over the years that all good communicators are good at connecting with people. Yeah. I've looked at it, do it. I've sat in conversations, listened to people. I've been to conferences. I have been listening to or watching a YouTube video, and you can quickly tell when this is a skilled communicator. While we're having that conversation today about communication and connecting, the point came up about understanding. Understanding. And typically, this is how we operate as leaders. I need you to understand how I operate. I'm the boss. I need you to understand how I operate, and you are just adjust. Do whatever you need to do to adjust to facilitate me. I need to know that I'm a move and shaker. I move quickly. I need things fast, get things done. That's how I move. And I expect that person to adjust. And that's interesting because several years ago, in his best-selling book, Seven Practices of Highly Effective People, Stephen Covey suggested and said to us that we should first seek to understand and then to be understood. And if we take that advice, our job as leaders and our life as leaders would probably be a lot less stressful and a lot better, especially to the people who are living all around us. As opposed to us just focusing on, you need to understand how I operate and you adjust to suit me. Maybe as a leader, I need to take some time to understand how you operate. How do I get the best out of you in the situation? It may be that this person is not slow mentally, but this person needs time to process the information. They can make sound and solid decisions and come up with great solutions and produce excellent work. That's what they may need. This other person across here might just need a little bit of information and they're offline. If I understand who these people are around me, who are my direct reports, who I am leading, then in doing so, I am better able to create an environment where they will flourish. I'm better able to choose the correct people to hand different tasks and responsibilities to. It can be I need somebody who can analyze a lot of information and give me some straight, solid analysis. That might be that person. I might need somebody who just can get this thing done quickly. That might be that person. And if I don't know that, then I will not know who to give what assignment and what task to. And then when we hand someone the wrong kind of assignment for them, they may flounder, they may struggle with it. And then we may think, well, you aren't fit to be here. No, as a leader, I didn't take the time to understand who they are. You might very easily say, hey, but Jason, you are the leader. Why should you adjust to their needs and so on? The leader's responsibility is to create an environment in which people will flourish, that the job will get done, That includes choosing the correct person to do the job. So let's say, for example, you have a toolkit and you need to put a nail in that piece of wood. Then you have the nail in one hand, and the other hand, you reach into the toolkit and you pick up a screwdriver. That's not the correct tool for that. not at all. You reach into your toolkit and you pick up a spirit level. That is not the tool for that. You reach into your toolkit again and you pick up a hammer. That is the tool to use there on the nail. If you have a screw, certainly take a screwdriver and put it in. But even though it's a screw, there's a question. What kind of head does his screw have? Does his screw have a Phillips head? Does it have a straight head? Does it have a hex head? All of that comes into play. So you need to know what tool, what appropriate tool to choose to use to solve the problem. I'm not suggesting that people are tools, but when we are in the working environment, different people have different skills. Just like different tools have different purposes and different strengths. We choose the appropriate solution and then we apply it. So understandably, we may be in a crunch and I just need this thing to be done now. And the only person available to do it is that person who needs to take time to analyze and process. I might be in a bind. I mightn't have the other person. So I can say, well, I understand this person, so I'm going to go here. But I can very easily preface my request by saying to this person, let's call this person John. John, I know that you would prefer to have a little more time to process this, and you produce excellent work. However, this is the current situation. We don't have that kind of time. We need this to be done in X time. How can we make that possible? And what you've done there is say to John, but Jason understands me. Jason gets who I am. I connected with John right there. And John will be willing to say, Jason, give me an hour. I'll get that done for you. All because I took the time to make sure that I understand the people who are working around me. And even though this is not the way that this person prefers to operate, this person is willing to make an exception, to meet me halfway or even three-quarter way, because I connected with them. If we want to get things done, a leader works through others. Many leaders here, I've seen it, many leaders, we think that we're Superman, we're doing this and that and the other and that. Let me mention this one time, right? Have you been here? As a leader, you almost boast on how busy you are in your schedule. Well, I have to do this and that, and I'm coming here, I don't have time for this. What are you doing? You're a leader. Leaders work through people, right? You get your work done through others, not by you doing 10,000 things. You don't do that anymore. You used to do that, but now you're in the role of leader. You are now working through people. Your job is to help the people that you lead to do their job better. That's your job. You set the big goals. You are higher level. You're thinking differently. You're thinking down the road. They are thinking about get this widget produced. You are thinking about when this widget is produced, how do we get this out the door? That's where you're operating. So as a leader, yeah, take some time to understand the people that you're working with. Take some time to connect with them. Take some time to relate to them so that you are able to identify with them where they are, so you can have some influence with them. As a leader, you need to be a good communicator, and a really, really important part of communicating is connecting with people. So the next time that you are in a conversation with a colleague, or you're speaking to a team, or you're speaking to the entire company, please remember that it's not good enough just to give information. It's going to fall flat. What you want to do is connect with them. You want to help them to feel what you are feeling. You want to help them feel the passion that you have for this thing and this business, that they will take that on board and run with that alongside of you. And to do that, you need to connect with them. Check out this video for more help in becoming a better leader. I'll see you next time.